I also have a little bit of an audience here, if you can see. In this video, I'm going to be talking about and photographing probably my favorite figure of 2022, which is the Tamashii Nations movie realization full Beskar Mandalorian and Grogu figure. Oh my gosh, this thing is beautiful. But before I do any of that and get into the shooting, I just want to review the figure a little bit and talk about what's in the box. So the detail, articulation, beautiful sculpt, all that aside, the main reason why this is one of my favorite figures this year is just the design alone. The movie realization line from Tamashii always brings these iconic characters into this really cool samurai design, which is so awesome, but this is by far, I think, the best they've ever done. And I got this figure off of entertainmentearth.com, which he is actually not only in stock, but also on sale right now. And I am an Entertainment Earth affiliate, so if you do end up using my link, which is in the description of this video, I would be eternally grateful. And for any other future pre-orders or any other figure orders, you can find my affiliate link on my website at Sirdork.com in the description of every YouTube video, as well as my Instagram link in bio. Thank you guys. So right off the bat, the detail on this figure is absolutely beautiful, and the way they brought the Mandalorian into this Ronin samurai look is absolutely perfect, especially the tiny little Grogu in his little carriage with his kimono and his man bun. It's just amazing. There are tons of tiny little intricacies throughout the armor, which are so cool, and it doesn't hinder the articulation at all. Actually, some of the detail here on the jetpack is some of my favorite on the entire figure. He comes with some extra fists, some extra sword holding hands, and also some extra gun holding hands. I would have preferred to have some open hands as well, but oh well. I love how they always maintain the old samurai theme with the accessories and the weapons as well. And I really love how they turned the blasters into like these old musket looking weapons. It's really awesome. And of course, we have the old egg carriage wagon thing, which is so cool. I love how they turned it into a wagon with moving wheels too. And you can remove the egg out of the carriage too. So if you ever want to do that, there you go. And last but not least, we have this adorable little Grogu figure who is actually articulated a little bit here on the waist and also on the arms as well. But the arms are a little bit hard to move, so you might just have to wiggle them a little bit to get them in place. So now I'm going to head over to one of my favorite local parks and do a little bit of toy photography with this guy. I can't wait to shoot him. This figure is so cool. So I'm in one of my favorite locations near me. It's called People's Island. It's just a beautiful, beautiful park. I mean, just look at this place. There's so many fantastic spots. And towards the end of the day, the light is perfect. And so luckily there are no clouds in the way of my sun. So I'm gonna get started shooting. Okay, so for my first shot, it's just gonna be kind of like a hero pose shot, just kind of emphasizing the figure. Not a whole lot going on, just a kind of cool portrait. I've got Mando over here holding Grogu in a really cool adventurer type of pose along the beautiful moss. The sun is shining right on him, and I'm using my handy light reflector. I also have a little bit of an audience here, if you can see. I'm also going to try just using a little bit of atmosphere aerosol to see how this looks like that, but I think that's just about it. It's really just highlighting how beautiful this figure is, and that's it. So I've only got a little bit of lighting left. I'm gonna try and move to a better spot that will kind of have more light there. I can take advantage of it better. And I have an idea for a fun, kind of funny shot, which hopefully will work out. And that'll be that. So I have this new shot set up and I actually took some photos as quick as I possibly could already because I'm losing the sunlight and I think it's officially gone. if you look, the sun is just about to set, and so I kind of missed a little bit of it, but that's okay. So I basically have Mando. It looks like he's kind of doing some sword training in the meadow or something or whatever, and Grogu is balancing on his sword as he does it, which I think is really fun, and I just love doing stuff like that between these two characters. And I use my light reflector again to get some more lighting on him, and that's really it. I didn't use anything else. To get Grogu to stand, I actually put a little skewer, wooden skewer, underneath the sword along with a little bit of sticky tack, which I think is working pretty well. But this is what I'm looking like for my photo. So I've officially lost, not all my light, but the light I need for my photos that I really love for the photos. This place is so beautiful. I love this place. But tomorrow I'm gonna go out to another favorite spot that I go to all the time with lots of sand, and I have another couple photo ideas that I'd like to take there, just because that kind of, desert scene will work great with these two characters, of course. So tomorrow, let's take some shots. So actually, before I left, I went down to these waterfalls over here. It was a little too loud to record down there. So I went down to those waterfalls and I actually did some long exposure waterfall shots. I kind of had this idea while I was going down there. And actually, so what I did, I placed little Grogu up on there by some of the waterfalls, and I very carefully placed my camera there too. Having the tripod and a remote is very, very important for this. So if you're able to turn your shutter speed very, very slow, so I set it to over a second long, all of the moving waterfalls will all get captured moving during that 1 second, so it looks like this cool long exposure type of thing. And I did end up using my phone just a little bit too to lighten him up as I was taking the photo. So I think those actually came out kind of cool, especially considering it was very last second. So yeah, maybe I'll make a whole tutorial on long exposure waterfalls and stuff like that. Okay, so now I'm done for the day, and tomorrow I'm gonna take a shot at my deserty shot, so let's go. Okay, so I'm at my local sandy spot I come to all the time. I love this place, and I've got a shot set up already with my two favorite people right here. So I'm using the carriage for this one. I really wanted to make sure I shoot something with the carriage. So basically what's going on is Mando is pushing Grogu, and they're on high speed right now. For some reason, they're running. Maybe they're running away from a sandstorm. Who knows? Grogu is flying out of the carriage. He's floating out. I think Mando's going too fast. I was actually able to get Mando to stay up without anything holding him up. The carriage actually really helped hold him together, even in this pose. But Grogu is on one of those little skewers, along with a little bit of sticky tack and all that. And of course, I am using my little handy light reflector as always. And also, like always, I have all of the gear that I'm using, the light reflector, the camera, everything is linked in the description of the video as always too. So if you need any of that stuff, it's all right there. So I'm gonna hold my light reflector and shoot with my remote all at the same time, while also kicking up sand with my hand. The sand moving and all that stuff is going to really imply the motion and just the action that's going on in the photo. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I've got my last and final shot set up with this figure. I love this figure, 10 out of 10. It's basically just gonna be just like that first Mandalorian poster we got years ago in season 1. Mando's just kind of walking, and he's got the Razor Crest behind him. You know that poster. I'm not gonna have the Razor Crest, but it's just gonna be like that. I'm gonna do the same exact thing as I did last time with the light reflector, kick up a little bit of dust just so there's a little bit of debris and just a little bit of extra flair to look at. Just a little garnish on the photo. And that's gonna be it. So let's take the final shot.
So that's about it for me, you guys. I absolutely adore this figure. If you want to get a hold of this guy and get him while he's still in stock and on sale, go to Entertainment Earth. My link is right in the description of the video, right below. Every time you use that link, it's super helpful for me, so thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got some cool ideas. If you do get this figure, let me know in the comments. I would love to know, and I'd love to see your shots. Please tag me in them. All of my photos will be on Instagram and on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, TikTok, at Sirdork730. That's me. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.